Indigenous women have been leading the way in shaping and making a difference in their communities for centuries. From leading their nations to protecting the land and defending the rights of their people, Indigenous women have been and continue to be powerful forces for positive change. Indigenous women have been at the forefront of the fight for equal rights and recognition of Indigenous peoples in Canada. In the 1960s, Indigenous women such as Mary Two Axe Early and Jeanette Corbière-Lavelle fought for the restoration of Indigenous women's Indian status after they had been denied it through the Indian Act. In the late 1970s, Indigenous women such as Georgina Jolibois, Delia Opakokue, and Ovid Mercredi were part of a successful campaign to include the recognition of Indigenous rights to self-government in the Canadian Constitution. In more recent times, Indigenous women have continued to be powerful voices in the fight for Indigenous rights. In 2016, Chief Teresa Spence of Attawapiskat First Nation began a hunger strike in order to bring attention to Indigenous issues and the lack of consultation with Indigenous peoples on matters that directly affect them. In 2019, Indigenous women such as Senator Mary Jane McCallum, Senator Marilu McPhedran, and Senator Yvonne Boyer were part of a successful campaign to remove the gender discrimination from the Indian Act. Indigenous women have also been leading the way in protecting the land and defending the rights of their people. In 2017, Chief Judy Wilson of the Neskonlith Indian Band was part of a successful campaign to protect the sacred headwaters in British Columbia from development. In 2019, Indigenous women such as Melina Labucan Massimo, Ariel de Ranger, and Gina Star Blanket were part of a successful campaign to protect the traditional territory of the Athabasca Chipewyan First Nation from oil and gas development. Indigenous women have also been leading the way in building their communities and creating opportunities for their people. In 2006, Chief Donna Machi of the Akamiq Cree Nation was the first woman to be elected as a Grand Chief in Saskatchewan. In 2013, Chief Maureen Chapman of the Squamish Nation was the first Indigenous woman to be elected as a mayor in British Columbia. In 2018, Chief Dr. Joanne Demore of the Listuguj Mi'kmaq First Nation was the first Indigenous woman to be appointed to the Senate of Canada. Indigenous women have been and continue to be powerful forces for positive change in their communities and beyond. From fighting for equal rights to protecting the land and defending the rights of their people, Indigenous women are making a difference and leading the way.